We're going to get started. There's a few more members that are kind of MIA or they're late for whatever reason, but I'm going to start the meeting today. And a few things that we want to talk about. Number one, I want to go over the roster and just get an idea of what the travel arrangements are going to be, so I can pretty much tell Gloria what's happening. That's in there, so we can get an exact. We can get us some exact numbers. We can nail those numbers down. That's one of the things. The other thing we want to take a look at is where we are on the robot right now. Right now, the robot is here in pieces. We got to put it together, and that I think there are several difficulties that kind of came up that we have, and that we got. Like I said, we got 3 weeks. So 3 weeks is going to be crunch time. And I know for some of you it's going to be a problem. Those of you at UIC, you've got finals next week. Those of you at Oakton, you've got finals the week after. So it's going to be kind of a tough time. It's going to be kind of rough to do everything. Fortunately, the last week before we leave, we do have some time there if we need it, that we've got there. So we got some time to go in there because we're not leaving until the 20th in there. So one of the things, we did run into some difficulties. Dan, you might want to update the team on what happened with the wheels.
Oh, the wheel faces that we had cut previously are completely out of round. They're not concentric, amongst other problems. So we're actually trying to figure out where to get them recut properly.
That's on there. Okay, so the only other thing I can tell you about that with regards to wheel, because again the time is short, we have that one option, but there's another backup option to the wheels that's on there. And again, the problem is, you know, Dan mentioned using the old plastic wheels, but the problem is with those plastic wheels, if we use them, then what happens is the width of the robot exceeds what we have.
No, they're less.
No, I measured, when you guys had them on, I measured them.
The plastic ones?
Yeah, when we put the plastic wheels in there, the width of the robot was
Actually, you shouldn't make a difference. No, they should go on all the way. Yeah, no, it shouldn't make, oh, yeah, you're right.
Somewhere in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flip it.
No, you have to make new brackets for it.
Yeah, or, well, there's two ways you can do it, yeah. Yeah.
But then that's gonna be too close, no, it's gonna.
No, because they're,
Oh, yeah.
No. They might.
No, when you guys had them on, I actually measured them, and they do exceed. It's 750 millimeters is the limit, and it was about 760. I think it was measured something like 760 millimeters.
We can just have Declan off the difference.
Okay.
He's got good teeth.
Okay. The well, there's two things. You can redo the brackets in there, or you can go to shorter shaft. That's either way. That's going to be a little bit of work. That's on there. So those are the two options that we have. If one of the options doesn't work with getting somebody to remake the wheels in time, doesn't work, then we're back to using the plastic wheels. But then we have to make adjustments to make sure we don't exceed the maximum width. Because all of you know, NASA's going to sit there. The judges are going to be sitting there with tape measures. They're going to be measuring us. They're going to be measured to make sure that robot is within the dimensional limits that we have. So that's one thing we want to make sure that we have. The other thing is the electrical boxes have been completed. That's on there, so we're ready to start placing stuff and putting them in there. The only thing is Dan's still got to weld them or put them together, but there's a tray that we mount all the components on the trays. We can drill all the holes in the trays, mount the components, and even start wiring. So that's something we can really start getting into, and that we can start doing the wiring and the testing and all that kind of good stuff even today that we have on there. So that's moving forward. And that regarding materials, if there's any need for materials that's on there, let me know. That's on there, because I'm planning to make one final material order to McMaster this week, and we'll take it and we'll get them in. I'm planning to go probably and pick them up on a weekday. The other thing to look at is that we need to make sure that we get everything done, because we have 2 remaining NASA reports that are due. Number 1 is the YouTube video, which they call the Proof of Life. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to do just like we did in 2011 and 2013. We'll take pictures of the component of the robot videos and send that to NASA. There's going to be no way that we can get a working, because that's due Monday. The video is must be uploaded to NASA by Monday, so we have to have that. The other thing is the Rule 32 report, which is a general description of the robot, parts list and everything. Think of it as the operating manual for the robot. And that, I've been talking with Jeremy. I've mailed some of you an interim copy of that. That is also due Monday. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting the finishing touches, and we should have that done with no problems at all. It should be done on Monday. We'll get it up to NASA. The nice thing about that report is that it doesn't count against our scores. So, and it doesn't have nearly as many. I think the system engineering report that had so many, that has a lot of restrictions. This one doesn't have any given restrictions in that. As a matter of fact, for the last 5 years, I used Comic Sans as the font, and which would enrage font Nazis all over the world that's on there, because if some people look at Comic Sans, a font, and they get all upset about it. So I haven't heard anybody telling us, so we'll continue doing that. So that's going to be pretty much uploaded. Those 2 things have got to be uploaded by Monday to NASA that we have on there. In that. So we're moving in the direction, things are moving, but the fact is, for the next 2-3 weeks, it's going to be very, very hectic in that. We are going to hold, just for everybody's knowledge, we are going to have, after we come back from Florida, we're going to have a post-mortem meeting. Post-mortem means where we're going to sit down as a team, and we're going to go over what happened at the NASA robotic mining contest, and we're going to see about what are the things that we need to improve for 2018. As I told you before, I received a letter from the foundation. We got funded to the tune of $20,000 for next year. That'll enable us, 1, to continue working on the robot. Number 2 is to increase participation in the contest, which has been my goal. So we're going to be doing that next. So we're going to do that next. So we need to get that done. We need to do that. We need to sit down. What went on in the contest? What went wrong and what right? Because quite frankly, what we're going to be doing is, this is the first time that we've built a robot like this. This is a combination. This is a combination gathering machine and a loader at the same time. And that. So there's a lot of lessons that we're going to be learning. And a lot of things we're going to do. So we're going to sit there, have a meeting afterwards, all of us, and kind of go over what happened at the contest. And that's going to be the thing. It's going to be our proving ground, is what it's going to be. We're going to lay the foundation for future design work at this meeting and at the contest as well that's on there. So that's one thing new that I'm doing this year that I have not done last year. And I think this year, the reason we're doing it is because we're going with a brand new design. We're going to try out a brand new design. We're going to find out a few things that work, some things that don't work about a brand new design. If you talk to Lynette, and Lynette was down there last year, and I've been down there for the last couple of years, a lot of teams, what they do at the contest, it is a multi-year process that they do. And if you take, for example, New Hampshire's team. New Hampshire's team has been using the same base for their robot for the last 5 years. They haven't changed it. They've been trying different diggers, different this and that to do that. Try what works and what doesn't work. That's what we've been doing. If you take a look at our robots, we've been working with a payloader design since 2013, and specifically with this design since 2014. And that. Now what we're going to be doing is we are going to be taking that. We're taking a new design and we're going to run with it and see what happens. And we're going to try out, see what works, what doesn't work, what needs to change, what doesn't need to change. And that's gonna be, and like I said, this is what the contest is gonna be about for us this year. It's gonna be pretty much, we're gonna be going in there, throw the robot in the pit, get it to run, and see what happens that's on there. And that's what a lot of teams do, and that. It's not easy to get, given our resources, it's not easy to get this robot, to get a brand new design, get it up and running the first time, unless you're Alabama. And even they will tell you that it takes a while to get all the bugs out of the system. And they certainly did that, because what they did is they went through several iterations. I've seen them go through several iterations during the year, and that. So again, it's going to be a pretty tough next couple of weeks are going to be pretty rough. That's going to be in there. We're going to need to get all hands on deck to work on this. And again, we've made some progress this week. Let's continue the pace, and hopefully it won't be like it was in 2013, when we didn't know whether the robot would run until 9 o'clock in the evening the day before we left. Okay, that was by the way, that was way before nobody was here from that particular year, from that particular episode. Yeah, we actually we didn't know whether the robot was running. We had the basically what happened was, the way we proved everything, okay, the robot moved forward, it moved back, okay, it works, let's go. So hopefully we won't be quite at that point that's on there that we have. So hopefully we can go there, get have at least get some testing time in there. But again, time is running short on something like this that's on there. Last week, Sanjita and company got the Raspberry Pi, we got the Zero up and running. We put the operating system on there. That's in there. She's got, and we also got the remote reset system up and running. So it's able to, so if we need to trip it, we can trip it on there. So the remote reset system is, the components are running. We got the Raspberry Pi Zero going. We've also got the we got the sketch going as well too. So we have the script, the robot, as well as the circuit itself is operational. So we have that in there. The only thing that we have to do is test it out as a system once we put it in there, and that. Any questions or any feedback from anybody so far, what I talked about? Okay, one of the things I want to talk about is, nobody has anything else, is I have the list of who's coming here, who's going to the contest this year. So I want to make sure and see what kind of arrangements that we're making and that, so I can let Gloria know. And Lynette, I'm assuming you'll be taking van and hotel, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're going to be van, hotel. Okay, with us. Okay, cool. Where's Mr. Skype at? Yeah. All right. While you're waiting for him, Sean, I know you're on your own. You've got your own travel arrangements that we have on there. Jeremy, you're going to be traveling on your own as well as this. Okay, Jeremy, no, and you're going to be going home transportation, home transport. Okay, home transport. Okay, Alex, he's not here. Diana, what's going on with you?
Free.
Free?
Yeah. I'll take the van.
So you'll take the van?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the van, okay. Alex, I'm assuming, is the van, so you're van in the hotel, okay? Dan, where are you going? You going with the van, you going on your own, or what?
Yeah, Steven took way too long to get back to me, and everything jumped in price by tenfolds, so.
You're gonna go with van, okay. So what's Steven up to?
I have no idea, he still doesn't know. Unless you know something I don't.
I've tried contacting him, it's
Yeah,
nothing.
So I don't know anything about him.
Van and hotel, okay. Declan is van and hotel. Let's see, Declan, van and hotel. Okay, very good. Okay, Sanjita, how are you traveling down? Van and hotel, okay. Luke, how are you traveling down?
Van and hotel.
Van and hotel. Peter, I have no idea. Stephen, we don't know, right? Okay.
And I know he won't be here today.
And it won't be, okay. Simon, how are you traveling then?
Van and hotel.
Van and hotel, okay. And Sean, I'm assuming van and hotel that's
He's
on.
gonna come back on plane.
Pardon?
He's gonna come back on plane.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna come back on plane, okay. So plane return, okay.
I'm the only fancy bastard who's
No, I'm,
just sitting around like a.
I'm staying longer than the two.
yeah, he's
Are
staying.
you?
Yeah.
He's staying longer, but he hasn't come back to you, has, Stephen come back to you with anything?
I mean, I'll do it without him if I have to, but
Oh, okay, all right. Okay,
When are you
so,
flying down?
I'm not flying, I'm driving.
Oh.
okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I'm not driving through the south.
11. So we've got about 11 people that we're gonna have on there, okay.
No, we fly in and fly out the south.
Yeah.
My people, we ain't trying to drive through there. I don't know what you're sneaking about
Yeah,
over there.
what I don't
You're
know
kind of brown
about-
too, Sanjiti, watch yourself.
By the way, what I don't know,
We're
what I
streaming
don't-
live.
Okay. One other thing I want to mention too. The school's been waving at me the fact that they have to have 2 school employees and one for each van that goes in there, so I'm still waiting to hear what they want to do with that. So,
Did we not say that Lynette is an employee?
well, yeah, I did mention that, so.
Are they buying it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but let me give you a count of who's going. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Lucas is an employee of the university, isn't he? He's a TA.
He's well, it depends. You know what? It depends on definitions. You know, it's definitions. 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
don't think
5,
there's
6,
anyone under
7,
26,
8,
right?
9, 10, 11, 12, and me would be 13. So we got, the count right now is 13. Oh, wait, hold on, I forgot, no, Jeremy's not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so there's 12. Okay, so what that's gonna mean is, I'm counting myself, and right now the count is 12 to go down there. I'm not including you, Jeremy, since you'll be doing your own transportation. I'm not including you, Sean, at all either, okay? So it's 12 people. Now, what does that mean? If we take the little van, which we have here in Florida, which we have here, it's gonna be, we can put maybe 3 people in there. That leaves 10 people to go in the other van, plus our luggage, plus equipment, okay? So that's gonna be a little tight, especially for going down there, that's on
Peace,
there.
guys.
Savagery.
Okay,
Yo,
I do have an
right
alternative. Okay, I do have an alternative. Rather than being crammed up with sardine cans, and I know some people here will get very aggressive if they're crammed with sardine cans. I'm looking at Luke and I'm looking at Sanjita. They get very annoyed when they go on there. My idea to do it is we take the 2 big vans, but here's the challenge that I have, particularly for mechanical. What I was hoping to do with the small guy is to minimize the amount of disassembly that we have to do on the robot. If we take the 2 big vans, what we're going to have to do is going to have to partially disassemble the robot to get down there.
We do like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, run a U-Haul trailer and then just pack everybody in.
That would be great, except one thing, we don't have a trailer hitch.
I can get one in real quick.
You're going and on.
I don't know whether they'll let us modify it.
Oh, they want.
Why don't we make it better than when they gave it to us? If we improve it, surely they can't make it. Let's put a wet bar in
The
there.
last time we had to do
I mean, it's
this,
just showing.
hey guys, the last time we had to do this, they wanted to take the rear seats out of the vans, which are not removable on those big Oakton vans. They wanted to take those out, and basically what happened was that required a note. They voided their warranty when they did that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because the dumb robot they had, the thing was like I think all of you seen it. It was a big chunk. They couldn't disassemble
Oh, the
it.
one in the basement?
Yeah, the one in the basement.
Oh, man.
So you already went.
They put that thing in one piece. They had to take out the rear seat,
Twitter that we-
voided the car's warranty, the vehicle's
yeah,
warranty
oh,
when they
okay.
did that. That required the president of the college to make that decision. It went up that far.
Sometimes I forget, like,
I'm not gonna go
To
there.
unscrew 4 lag bolts? Like, that's it?
Sean, you have to understand that thing was so rickety, it took 3 hours just to get it to run. It's not like this thing, which basically you turn and run, okay? You turn and run. The other one, it was a, I think, no, sir, none of us actually seen it run. None of us actually seen it run. The 2011 robot.
The wood and never. The only thing I ever saw was, remember when Michael Bailey was here?
Yeah.
That's when I first came to this class to see what was going on. That's the only one I saw. Wooden one was dead downstairs.
Yeah, it was dead. I mean, yeah. Yeah, when Mike Mazer told me that it would take him a couple of hours to get it to run, I said, forget it.
Did you guys practice your code like we did last semester with who's going into the pit, who's going to stay in the arena, and who's going to do the commands?
Nothing's running, man. Calm down. We'll step at a time.
You only had 3 weeks. They come pretty fast.
Oh, yeah.
Take from the experience.
Yeah, that's one thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna look at the codes in there. Anyway, so the one thing I was gonna say, given the count that we have that's on there, plus the fact, remember, we're gonna be down there for a week, so, you know, you're gonna have some luggage that you're gonna have to change your clothes, there's several changes you have to get there. And by the way, when you go in, if you go in the pit, you have to wear those Tyvek suits, and while you're waiting to get into the pit, it gets sweaty in there. That's on there. How many of you, you know, Lynette, were you in the pit last year?
No, I was at that command.
Okay, it gets kind of sweaty because what happened was one year, I went into the pit, and me and Carolina, and we had a hold up, so we had to sit there for 15 minutes outside, and we got really sweaty.
Who's been to a sauna before? Like, sat there forever.
I've used the sauna.
Here's the worst part. You can get out of that thing whenever you want.
Oh,
This
a
suit-
sauna.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I thought, yeah, we all thought you said a sauna, like,
No,
I was like,
no,
what,
no.
in San Francisco? Why the hell would it be out there?
Once you put this thing on, you're not taking it off until you're done with the whole competition. Until you're 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So I mean, we had to sit there by the fan. So again, that's the things to do that. So my idea here is that we plan on partial disassembly of the robot, and that it'll fit. I think if we take it, I think there's about 21 inches clearance in the back. And I think we can do is we can put it in there. But it's going to mean that we're going to have to spend some time on the first day putting it together that's on there. I think that's the only way we're going to be able to get, and I think with 12 people, 2 vans then becomes doable with everything else. Any, Simon, Simon, Dan, you guys got any feedback on that?
No, we should be able to.
Yeah, I'm saying partial disassembly, okay, that's on there. We've got roughly, and you know what we can do?
I mean, the chassis alone like this without the motor should be able to slide under the seats.
Exactly, yeah. Well, what we can do is, what I'm gonna do is, those of you, Mr. Abdi, how you doing? Come on in. I want you guys to meet Mohammed Abdi. He was in our team in 2015. He did a lot of work with video recognition, and as a result of that, he was able to, you were able to progress, right?
Yeah.
All right, have a seat. Why don't you come on up? Come and sit anywhere over here. Don't sit in the back. Anyway, yeah, we're going over his final arrangements is what we're going over.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what I'm looking at, is that we take the 2 vans and do that. So I'll proceed with that. We'll proceed with that if there's nothing and no objections in that to everybody to do it. Because again, I don't see us going with 3 vans. I think that'll be just too much. I mean, we have to rotate. Now, speaking of driving, okay? Okay, let's talk about Oakton requirements. Anybody that's going to drive down there, what you have to do is you have to go clear your license with public safety at the Des Plaines campus. So if you're going to drive the Oakton van down there, you're going to have to go down there and clear your license that's on there.
Rip.
So,
When our
yes.
employee.
Last year.
When our employee.
2 years, I waited at Des Plaines campus for the police officer to come
Oh,
back.
that was so stressful.
Remember when you were ready to go and you called me? I'm like, yeah, professor, we're still here. 2 hours went away.
Well, that was when you picked up the van.
Yeah, to get the clearances for the other 2 people because they didn't get it done.
Yeah, I know. That was horseshit. But anyway, and I mean it. So You were saying, Dan?
Oh, yeah, just let me know who's driving so I can update my life insurance policy.
Okay, life insurance, okay. Well, put it to you this way, the one guy that you really needed to drive is no longer part of the team for the last couple of years. He was a guy that you really would hold on to a heart attack.
Wait, who?
Tony, you remember Tony from the 2014 team?
Why? What happened with Tony?
Tony drives like a maniac.
Oh, yeah.
He
Did he
dri-
get his radar too?
I
Well,
hope you're
yeah,
watching,
he
Tony.
drives like, put it to you this way, he combines all the best qualities of Greek, Italian, and French taxi drivers.
That's really impressive. That's profound.
And Greek, Italian, and French taxi drivers, I mean, from Paris, okay. So, let me ask you this, I'm gonna go down the line. Mohan, you're gonna get drafted, okay? All right, I'm gonna check off who's gonna be driving, okay? Lynette, are you gonna volunteer to drive?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say drive here.
You sound confident with it.
Okay, sound confident. Hey, Jeremy, oh, you're driving on your own, I don't have to worry about
Later.
you. Okay. Alex, I have no idea. Diana, are you gonna be where's Diana at?
Gone, and that would not, that does not bode well for the driving.
Okay. Dan, are you gonna be driving?
Yeah,
Okay, Dan is gonna be
I actually
driving.
prefer to drive most of the trip.
Okay.
That way I know I'll get there one.
Sanjita, are you gonna drive? Sanjita, what do you mean, you don't wanna drive?
I haven't driven on the highway yet.
Pardon?
I haven't driven on the highway. What?
Oh,
No.
Declan is volunteering for driving.
No.
Okay, remember.
Only drivers.
Hey, I don't want Declan's driving, okay. Remember now, everybody, don't crowd in one van. Okay, Declan's driving. Sanjita not, okay, Luke, are you gonna drive, are you gonna
There is
volunteer to
no
drive?
better time to learn to drive on a highway
Sure.
than at
Okay.
night, in an unfamiliar van,
Okay,
in a
Peter,
southern state.
by the way,
with the lives of
Peter's
others.
not here. Should we volunteer him to drive?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. Steven's not here. Should we volunteer him to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
usually drunk, so.
Simon, you're gonna be driving?
Sure.
Okay, Simon will be
How
driving.
strict is the?
Yeah. Sean Fitzsimmons is not here. Shall we volunteer him to
Yeah,
drive?
he's only going one way.
All right, drive. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Now, okay. Hey, everybody. Few announcements to make. Other than choice of making sure thing, I want to make sure that everybody to maintain civility, sanity throughout the trip. Make sure that you bring some devices with you, headphones preferably, because we don't want to get in arguments as to whose music is what. Mohan,
I love your music. I listen to it.
Versace. Okay, okay. So one issue of that. One other thing too is we do have some inverters, and we do have one automotive cable adapters that we have. So bring those along. Don't forget to bring batteries or whatever along. If
I
you
have an
want.
inverter UX converter.
Yeah. We got an inverter as well too. We also have some of that. Yeah.
Professors, I know you guys are speaking about driving. Did you order those sun passes?
I probably will.
I think that isn't there reciprocity with
Oh,
the,
you're watching the stream?
yeah, I passed.
Yeah, you got volunteered,
The
man.
time that we went.
That's cool, I'm alright.
You're okay, all right.
Yeah, easy pass, I pass,
all
all of
the
them.
same.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
is
all-
it? Oh, okay, never mind. Don't.
All right. So we got everybody here. So just make sure you bring something with you for your phones. Make sure you bring batteries that's on it because you will run out. And that we don't do, generally we don't have, I think, did we use Garmin last year or we just relied on Google Maps?
I'll bring my dash cam and radar detector, and that also has like the built-in police stops, traffic lanes, and all that.
Don't rely on those in Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh no, I used it through Ohio. Very
There's
good.
Wolfpack to the Wolfpack.
I mean, Ohio's the worst.
Ohio, Pennsylvania, Ohio.
On the banks of the, Georgia, they love you. $700
They
traffic.
love it,
That's right. You gotta put on your best accent, but you want some cornbread off?
Y'all got some cornbread
You
off?
gonna have to let
You
them
are
know.
Okay.
best.
All right.
Take it from a black dude. Don't talk to them at all. Just
Yeah.
lawyer, and that's it. That's it.
All right.
One word, lawyer.
And I just want to make sure for everybody concerned, whether you're driving or for drinking alcohol, that's on there. You're subject to the laws of the state that you're in, okay?
Oh,
That's,
Alabama, you can have open containers and chug while you're driving.
that's Alabama. We aren't gonna travel through Alabama.
Oh, we're not?
No, we're not,
No,
yeah.
no.
We're going through Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia.
Man, that's why Alabama's good, does so good in the competitions, the drink and drive.
I gotta show you guys a video NASA took with Alabama. I don't think Lynette's seen it. It's
What?
kinda-
Which one?
I'll show, well, during intermission, we'll pull it up, I'll show it to you, I'll show you guys the video that we have in there. With Alabama, it's hilarious, it's a hilarious video. Yeah, you remember I showed it to you guys? Okay, don't spoil it, okay? Yeah, I won't spoil it, but anyway, we'll show it up either today or whenever I find it, that's on there. So anyway, that's the thing that we have. I will give the updated count to Gloria, and we'll take it from there. For all of you, as I said, be prepared for crunch time. Where's Pedro at? Peter?
I don't know. I haven't gotten any text from him.
He said we'll be here in 15 minutes.
All right, tell him he's volunteered to drive, both ways. He's gonna go through Georgia too. He's been volunteered to drive through Georgia, all the way, from Tennessee to the Tennessee border to the Florida that we have on there. Okay. One other thing too, to do that, just as a reminder for NASA. Any of you that are drone fanatics, don't bring your drones to NASA. They don't have a sense of humor, okay, with that, they have on there. So don't, even though there's lots of places to do that. The other thing too, what I might recommend to all of you, Peter, you've just been nominated to drive through Georgia. You drive from the Tennessee border all the way nonstop. No bathroom breaks, no nothing. Okay. No, seriously, Peter, we're looking at, you're gonna be driving with us with the van, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna volunteer to drive or?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Georgia it is. Okay, no problem. All right, so we got everybody here.
Least likely to be arrested. So handsome, so innocent, so young.
You're describing a nom. Okay, all right.
Jeremy with his hippie hair, no good. I mean, we just you can't run that kind of race.
Well, you know, Inam learned Southern accent real fast.
They don't like that.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Inam did. Okay. Anybody, anything else that we need to talk about at this meeting? Because we got a lot of things that are going on. I just want to make sure to get some things back to Gloria so we can get the show on the road. All right, Sanjita, you have anything?
No.
All right, Jeremy?
Good. So moved.
Luke?
It's all good.
Sean? Sean 2? 2? Sean A. Okay, Peter?
One thing actually, the Thursday,
Yeah,
we're just doing the same thing as we did last year, basically.
for what, for?
Our last semester for the STEM presentation.
Yeah, we're just gonna get up.
Jeremy, me, and Dan
Right.
doing our thing, or?
Oh, yeah, thanks for reminding me, we will have a STEM those of you gonna attend, we're gonna have the STEM presentation, that's on there. I know not everybody can attend. Those of you that cannot attend, by the end of the semester, we wanna make sure I make a video of you. Lynette already made one. And then I did email everybody when the date and time of the STEM presentations. I think it's Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Wednesday, 3.
3 o'clock, yeah. I'll get you the room number as well,
And
too.
then the poster session, is that the same thing?
No, this is just the
Just the.
STEM presentation. We'll use the NASA presentation.
Okay.
Okay, we'll use the NASA So anybody that cannot make it there for any reason, we'll do a video, we'll do a short video and that, and we'll take it from there. That's it, so thanks for reminding me. Anything else? Simon, anything from you? Okay, Dan?
Just getting the order ready.
Okay, get me the order so I can put it in. All right, sounds good. Lynette's not here. So two things, so we're gonna be doing a few things here. We gotta put the robot together. We gotta get the electrical things drilled. Get your drill, we'll get the drill ready, we'll go. And what we'll do is, anything else that I'm gonna be working on the paper. And pretty much, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So go ahead, get started, and we'll be on our way.
So moved.
So moved. Okay, so
Second.
do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
There it is.
Do anybody second the motion to adjourn the meeting?
Third.
Okay, second. I didn't see our second. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Okay, let's get to work, guys. All right.
Premature
What do
so
you think?
moved.
You haven't heard the best of it. What? You want?
I put it on there so you don't cut yourself, because I did.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get down. Very just put it in so early. And I was doing this box like 1 in the morning.
Right on the live stream there, it says.
Right now they're not.
I got the drawer open for you guys, all the components.
So
are
there's
there.
2 pieces. That one has one inside too, and you have your other.
All right. See what the nothingness goes on?
I also need to know what both.
So how you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
So I'll just try to do 5 bolts.
But, you know,
I mean, those guys are the colors of this year.
Believe it or not,
Once I have the brackets here, yeah, that one came out. That one came out much better. It was getting later. I think this one I finished at like 1
now,
a.m.
this year it's gonna be different, we're gonna be working with that, but you know what? This is, yeah, this is, remember when we did surgery? Remember, you came in on the second year, let's try out the first one. How long did it Video?
I'm gonna mark it on here. We're
You help us pretty much, you and me.
I don't know how close you guys are gonna have anything.
Told us, yeah, it's Aisha, he told us where to go. As a matter of fact, this year what happened, if you talk to Luke, there was a video camera with a pattern to detect where the pattern is. That's all. Yeah. Mohammed, Luke is part of the program to measure what they were doing. He was working a lot with,
Be careful, guys. It's so sharp. Electrical tape, you wanna put it everywhere.
part of the work kind of.
I'd highly recommend it. So yeah, I marked it right here. When those right contacts on the sides.
This is great because it's. At that time, he was working with the Raspberry Pi, the original, he wasn't that fast. But
No, that's unbelievable. If you're able to reduce your height.
not really.
Wait, you guys are too close, this one, they'll slide in and out.
No, that's good. Because you're able to.
Well, they're both exact same size.
What are you using? Sliding electrics in? What's?
Just like how this one.
I thought you were going to have it
This one, it gets hard a little bit. There's gonna be one more piece of plate, so we're gonna screw another plate on the back, so that will sit all the back. That one shouldn't be bad. This one was bad. Actually, look at that box right there.
Maybe even do this tomorrow afternoon, you know, or you can, if that works for you.
He invented the circle.
We might have to back and fill a little later. You know what, I
love engineering.
that's this is what you
I can overtalk my point.
right, exactly.
Just be 20 minutes off the top.
And then we can just be like kind of exactly, and then right, exactly, and boom, right, yeah, exactly. Realistically, you can just, it's highlight, not a lot of detail on those. Slide right past it.
Yeah, you gotta
Change
know
our
it
wheel
all.
design,
Yeah.
it's a little different.
The whole thing is a practice, giving it to Gloria. It's not, this isn't go to NASA.
Right.
So the whole thing is to,
Exactly.
don't want to freak out too much about this.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But we'll, you know, I think that's probably the best way to go. Do it exactly like we, planned. I'll do the intro content, and then promise Dave will second, say, all right, stay up there, and we'll split Dave's content in half. Is there anything in Dan's content that you would like to?
I mean, I could just talk about the rest.
Right.
I totally could. I mean, as long as we're on the same page, I'll do that.
I think what we can do is just basically not add it, just be like, unfortunately, you know, our other team member, so I'm just gonna hit that, some of the highlights of these slides, blah, 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 right, we'll just zip right past it, and we'll get you, what we'll do is get you extra time to talk about it. It's kind of hard to.
That sounds good.
Right, exactly. I know you can
I'll lose
stretch.
track of time.
You can stretch,
I will
yeah,
lose
so,
track
right,
of
so that's
time.
what we'll do, is we'll just, yeah, and we'll just do it, man, and then I'll, you know, come back in on the end and hit the comments, questions, and we're around it, and
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, I think it sounds good. Okay. Yeah.
So, you want to show them the pants up and ass up.
Hopefully.
Oh, Lord. Ooh, that rain is tough on my knees. I'm telling you. The papers that are underneath your laptop belong to me. Thank you. Oh boy.
Yeah, you're still doing the presentation down in Florida?
What?
You're still doing the presentation down in Florida? Okay.
I'm just so busy.
We're gonna very lightly go over your slides.
Yes.
No?
Wednesday.
Oh, I'm not gonna be there.
Yes, count. So just tell us, we want to lightly go over your slides, probably take a little extra time to Jerry, so you can tell he can stretch his piece.
Simon will be there, you can probably do something.
Okay.
What time are you gonna be there on Wednesday?
Wednesday, yes.
You are? Okay, so
I'm
you
free after Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can present.
Except I'm not gonna be there, by next Saturday.
Okay. Well, either you can present Dan's slides or Jeremy and I can
You see
handle
what I
it.
got, and I'll show you what you got here.
I'll hit you on Slack.
Probably do it a little bit.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, why don't you go again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put 'em in. Now, we'll get, you know what? I'll get some more. I'll get some more on
Hey, Sanjeev, you take a nice wedding picture. You take a nice wedding picture. Very cute. Very colorful.
You get Florida?
We'll take you down to Port Miami so you can see your business up in Long Beach. Go down there, we're gonna finally get that worked out.
All right.
You just keep sticking you.
Probably better off doing it on the drill press, using like a piece of wood.
Yeah, Franz?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
You want me to go on in a couple minutes?
Sounds good.
About 30.
Okay, hey, is Diana's coming with us over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, all right, I'll throw her in, I'll put her in the van.
Oh, this is a brand new blade I got.
Cool.
Because the last one we tried cutting stuff, it was like this. It was already too much aluminum. We weren't using
Give me
it.
the,
All
all
right.
don't have to do it now, but.
Oh, we'll do it later on because I have the filler rods and all that stuff.
Yeah, you got some other stuff to do with those on. Because I got some stuff I'm gonna put on there as well too. It's
So I guess I gave Simon what we definitely need.
okay.
So I think he's gonna finish with us all the finishes and second things before I go.
Okay.
Just try to get as much of done.
Well, what about the Sunday?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I can be here, but there's not much. There's like an hour's worth of work for me to do, which I could do on Mondays.
Yeah, I'll be here Monday.
So it'd be better for me to come on Monday, because then I can take care of a lot of other stuff. And then I still have a lot of welding to do.
Okay, what we'll do then, I'll figure Monday, I'll be here, I'm gonna be here from 9 o'clock on, as far as class goes. So I'll be here through at least 6 or 7 o'clock.
Because I know on Monday, we always have problems with every single place is full. Where do they have an opening? What time?
This room is, the mornings are kind of busy with these two, because there's an econ class here, or there might be, I think they might have moved it, the econ class. But in the afternoon, both rooms are open.
Okay, so I'll be here in the afternoon around, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock?
Sounds good, yeah, because these are open, and it's open in the evening as well, too. I don't have any classes.
Yeah, because one thing I want to finish is with all the rivet nuts.
Okay.
But then there's a couple things I can't do until because I'm supposed to pick up these rear vent pieces and the
Okay.
middle piece.
Okay,
And then the rest is just the stuff that needs to be welded.
okay.
I did a quick question. Number 2 years ago, we bought this plumb robot. Do you still have it?
Yeah, you still got it.
You want the giant wheels?
Yeah, the 6-wheeler. Yeah, we still have it. Yeah, we still. Yeah, we've got, but yeah, we'll do it, no problem.
Okay, and then I should have the response back from Metal Supermarket on Monday.
Yeah, give me whatever, we'll do it, what we'll do is we'll go with plan A or plan B, either way works. That's on, I think what we need to do is just, figure out what we need, like I said, it's what we can do in time for that, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I'll come in on Monday, but then I'm not sure when I'll be free for the rest of the week.
Diana,
But
I need to ask her about the t-shirt.
She get lost?
No, it's okay, I'll wait for her.
Okay, we'll be in there, all right.
That is open, but that's closed already.
What?
I think I know what it is.
But okay, I'm gonna run stuff down.
Yeah, they all left early. What do you do now? All right, I'll run down.
Off the car, that's all, it's just not the way.
Are you gonna leave your computer up here or are you taking it down? actually it's fine, because I'll just, right now, whatever else you need, I'll finish your master order before I leave.
Even
So-
a-
I just need washers and,
Yeah, if you
What-
want our
So
internet.
how
I don't
many
have a-
washers
I
are
mean,
you
it's
putting
at
in
his
the
house,
portables,
it's
or
on
do you wanna just
Instagram.
get spacers?
Yeah.
The last time was pretty
Yeah.
loose.
we're also gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 times that, and then you have the bearings on them?
I ain't seen him.
I just texted her, so hopefully she'll hop on this over.
She'll pop out.
Unless you want to take more on that.
Tell her to go on Skittles.
Oh, That's just when you mix Skittles and M&M's in the same bowl.
She likes that?
No, I'm just saying, it's really messing with people.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go downstairs and look for the key then.
All right, sounds good. All right.
Actually, we're not.
So, what you think, Sylvia? Well, let's see, like I said, the whole thing is, like I said, this is gonna be done for, this is gonna be live testing. Live testing, it's not, it's more complex, and, we stayed with, that type of construction for a while, this is even different. It would have been, had you done it for somewhere with it. Yeah, that's a really a lot easier. So we're gonna stay with this construction and see if we, because if we use these numbers, where we had.
Oh, yeah, you gotta bring down,
Yeah.
can't use the same size.
Okay.
No.
But these, yeah.
These would have been, these would have been a lot heavier.
Yeah, I know we stay away from that, because they have to do a lot of loading and stuff like that, and we don't wanna hand it out to them, so.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Well, this, like I said, we'll see, so I guess it's that, because they got, I think, dental, I think,